doing, Carly?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. How was your week? I remember you had spring break vacation.
Yeah, I went on spring vacation with some of my friends that are in schools in the area. So it was,
Where did you go?
went to Panama City, Florida.
That's nice.
It was an okay week.
You had a good time there with your friends?
It was fun. I don't think I was as happy as I could have been while we were there. I found myself getting really upset.
And why is that? What was the reason behind your unhappiness?
I mean, it started out really fun and like really adventurous. It was really exciting and everything. You know, there was like groups of guys and girls going. So it's just gonna be like a really laid back kind of. You know, we're getting out of New York City and into like a new area, a fun area, getting to be adventurous, sleeping in, like doing whatever we wanted, and so it started out good. It started out that way, and I don't know. I felt like as soon as I started doing more things, and I just was feeling really bad about myself, and nobody there knows how I feel about myself or like what I do.
Did you go with close friends or some people from school?
I mean, we all went to high school together, and now we're all separated. So they're spread out like everywhere, and everybody had spring break at the same time. So
yes, you said that you did some things that didn't make you feel better. Like what kind of things? Can you define them? You said that you had a good time in the beginning, and then you started doing things that didn't satisfy you, and they made you feel maybe insecure.
Yeah, we were just like once we started going out on the beach and stuff, and everybody was in bathing suits and like going into the hot tub and the pools. I don't know, I was just like not feeling happy with myself and didn't really want to be around other people. Everyone was like joking around, like goofing off with each other, like tackling water fights and stuff, and I just didn't like feel comfortable, like want to be a part of any of that. I just kind of wanted to be alone.
What do you think was the reason behind your like being alone? Like you prefer to be alone at these times?
I just didn't really feel, I guess, like I was skinny enough or like looked good enough to be like in bathing suits or around everybody else because they might judge me. Like everybody knows I'm a dancer in New York, and I don't know, maybe I don't like live up to their expectations of what a dancer should look like in New York.
The other people, how large was the group that you went with?
About 12 of us, but we went to Panama City, like I just said, and Panama City is usually full of, like, I'm sure there are like at least like 3,000 college students there from like all over. There were a lot of like free country concerts and stuff on the beach.
Okay.
They were really fun. Like, I love country music, and some of my favorite artists were there, so I thought I was really excited to go and get to see them like for free in a really loud, like kind of fun, crazy environment. But I don't know, once you saw everybody else in like their crop tops and short shorts, I just didn't like feel like having a good time.
So the reason that you didn't have a good time was in terms of appearance, like wearing bikinis and all this stuff. You thought that you felt insecure, like in terms of appearance.
Yeah.
Compared to them.
And also like, people were drinking the whole time, like literally every moment, there was drinks in their hand, or like eating really junky food, and like I really like all that stuff, but I just don't know how I can eat that and still like.
Did you eat junky food, and did you drink alcohol?
Yeah, I did because I wanted to be part of the crowd and like making sure I didn't stand out, so I just would excuse myself afterwards.
We both know the condition that you have with bulimia. Did this affect you? Like, did you have the same habits, like after every meal that you had, or alcohol? Did you vomit? Again, did you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I at least thought about it, and I feel like most of the time I would like excuse myself for a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know, I just wasn't like, didn't feel comfortable or confident.
Did you ever feel, during the trip, did you ever feel the willingness to express yourself to someone about this condition that you had?
No, I mean, granted, like, I went with a group of people I'm friends with, and we all went to high school together. I'm not, like, we're close, but we're not close enough where I would want to open up to them about, like, how I'm always feeling.
I have a question for you. Other than me, that I know about your condition, who would be the other person, another person that you could tell him or her about your condition? Can you think of like your family or?
Yeah, I mean, my family, or like my sister maybe. I wouldn't want to tell any of the girls that I dance with or anything, because then I'm just making myself look weaker than them. That's not how I want to be. I want to be like a strong dancer. I'm doing what I love, what I'm passionate about. I just have to make sure like I'm doing what I can to make sure I'm at the top. So I wouldn't want to tell them, but maybe like my mom or like my sister.
And what makes you feel not to tell them about it?
I just don't want people to look at me like I have a problem. I mean, when I'm out with people or with other people, I eat the food and I order food and eat. I choose to get rid of it afterwards because I don't want to gain weight.
Going back to your trip to the spring break, did you feel that did you have any other dancers or at your group?
No, actually. Well, there was one, and she danced back in high school in the dance team, but not anymore. So I was the only one that has actually pursued dancing as a career.
In terms of eating habits and maybe drinking, did you think that this vacation would affect your diet or in terms of your dancing career? Did you think that it would affect you?
Not really. I mean, the food was, yeah, it was like junky and stuff, but I still got rid of it afterwards. So, I wasn't consuming it and keeping it in my body, so it wasn't affecting anything.
Now, do you weigh yourself often?
Every day.
Do you find any up and downs? Before the trip and after, did you find any difference?
Not really. There was a couple, a pound and a half, but I figured I just wouldn't really eat this week and then I'd be fine. I usually don't fluctuate much.
Any other concerns that you have other than your insecurities in terms terms of appearance during your trip? Any other issue that you've been dealing with? How do you feel about your efforts of joining? I remember you telling me about your goal to join the New York.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't remember that.
The New York City Ballet.
I'm sorry about that. I forgot it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, so are you?
Well, any concerns that you have about your efforts, like other than your condition? Anything different?
Not really. I mean, I feel like if I can just, like, I pursue dancing as a career,
Yes.
so I feel like if I can at least, like, just keep, like, a really skinny weight and, like, look like your typical, like, New York City ballet dancer, then I can do it. So I just feel like the only thing sometimes that keeps me from getting there is like how I look, in terms of like my weight and everything. But then I think sometimes I don't always eat all the right like nutrients, or I don't get all of them. So I don't always like feel great. I don't think I always perform my best.
Did you ever meet with a nutritionist about your diet or something?
No.
I would suggest that, just to make sure that you get all your nutrients that are basic and vital to your maybe metabolism. I'm not an expert, but I'm just suggesting that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you have to check that if you can, if you have time, because I know you have a busy schedule. Any incidents of criticism about your appearance, your weight, anything during your trip or during your daily life?
I mean, I think maybe like indirect criticism. A lot of people told me that I look like I've lost weight since they, saw me in high school, or since they last saw me. But
Your friends?
I just feel like they were saying that to make me feel good, and that I don't actually like look different or I look heavier.
So are you sure they were telling that to you just to make you feel better, or they just meant to?
I think that they were just saying it to make me feel better.
I think